Hey everyone, Mike Hagon at the Hagon Jones Homestead. This one was a little bit of a wicked surprise for me. I was going through my stack of seedlings or seeds that I had in my beer fridge here in the shop that I've been cold stratifying for 120 days. Warm stratify for 60, cold stratify for 120. Started these babies February 13th. It's now middle of August. So down at the bottom of the pile, and I guess I should have been looking, was the Manchurian Apricot. And as you can see, surprise, I've got 14 sprouts already. Pretty excited about that. At least I know these ones are going to sprout. So I wasn't quite sure how I was going to do this. I pulled one out and I noticed that we still have, I'll bring it in close. So we still have the nut. This would be our tree, and then we have a very long taproot. So I got these 4x10 tree pots from a company in Ontario here, Ontario, Canada. I've got this broken piece of bamboo. I'm going to jam it into the pot here. I've pre-watered and filled these pots about 3/4. I used a Pure Light Pro Mix compost mix that I make here on the homestead, and I'm gonna, as I said, I wet them out so it made a nice little hollow space, and I'm hoping that that gives me enough room to get the taproot pretty well all the way down to the bottom, which it did, and then I will top up, because as I said, I filled it about 3/4. I will top up around the plant, give it a good pack down, brush it off, maybe a little more, and hopefully, I've got that nut that I showed you basically right at the surface. So, here, I'll bring it in. So you can kind of see here, you won't be able to see it, but the nut is physically right there. I can touch it with my finger. We've got the sprout, and then the taproot is all the way down to the bottom. So I counted 14. These trays hold 10 at a time. I'm going to plant 10 for you, show you how it's done. I'll speed through it so you don't have to watch me do every single one. Give it a little bit of a water. I'm going to move it over to the shady side of my greenhouse. I've got some artificial lights over on this side, mostly LEDs, little mix of both. Figure it'll be better over there to start. Then I'll move them over to the other side, give them a little natural sun. I might move them outside for the rest of August and into September, and then I'm going to move them back inside, put them up against the far wall here. I've got tons of water storage down in here. I've got a heat source that pumps out into the greenhouse here. It's not going to keep it balmy, but it's also not going to go down to minus 20 Celsius. So you saw me do the first one. I'll show you one more. So as you can see in these tree bands, it's tough here. It's getting nighttime, so the light's bad. In the tree bands, I've got the soil in. I'm going to go right to the bottom, so that tree root goes all the way down, and give it a little bit of an opening. You can see there's a nice hole there now. I'll put it back up here. I'll grab the next one. Let's go with this beautiful one here. Oh, this one's a good one. You can see. Look at that. Look at that. So, there's even, that's that seedling right there. So I'm going to try to get this taproot straight down. Down the hole. This one's got a bend in it. You know what? I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try it. Where are my scissors? I know they're here because I cleaned them up. Cleaned them up so good I don't know where they are. I'm actually going to cut that bend off. Could be the worst thing I've ever done, but we'll learn. I might even mark this one saying, you know, that I cut the taproot. So get it in there, get it in there. Okay, and again, I'm going to leave that nut right at the surface. Pack some soil around it. Give the sprout lots of light. And there we go. So that's 2. Again, I'll plant the rest. You can watch. I'm going to speed through it so you don't have to physically watch me plant all of them. Okay, so that's 10. Looks like I've got 1, 2, 3, and then this one here is still just a taproot. It actually hasn't sprouted yet, which is amazing because I get to play with that as well. Here you can see these were the 2 halves to the apricot seed. So that's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about this. Hopefully these work out. I'm pretty sure I need to leave the nut up, bare, above the soil level. Again, I might be wrong, but that's what I'm going with, and I will live and I will learn from my mistakes if I'm wrong. And you know, that's such is life. So I'm going to give these a good water. I did make a big hole around the root ball, or the taproot that goes down. So I'm hoping you know, giving it a good water will flush that loose soil in and around that root ball. And I'll make sure that tomorrow morning when I come back down to the greenhouse, I give it another good water, just to make sure that my beautiful Manchurian apricots don't die on me, because they're doing so well. If they die, I guess I should have just left them in the bar fridge, because they were doing amazing in there. So again, I'm giving them a good water, cleaning off any soil that I've kind of touched against it. Some of them are scraggly and so forth. I think that'll harden up with the oxygen, with the air hitting them, and then I'll be able to you know, stake them to kind of get them to grow up a little straighter, but I'm not 100%. Again, you live, you learn. That's all I can do. So those have had a good water. Those are ready to go. I'll continue on after this. You know, I won't make you watch me plant the last 4, but you know, I just want to thank you for coming out. Just want to thank you for watching my YouTube video on how to plant Manchurian apricot. I'm hoping that low battery didn't just show up on the screen. Excuse me while I do that. Just in case it did show up, let me start again. I just want to thank you for coming out and watching the Hagon Jones Homestead planting of the Manchurian apricot that I got from Incredible Seeds. Once again, I've got a 4x10 tree stand pot. I'm using a compost, Pro Mix, Pure Light mixture of soil. Nice and healthy, seems to be working for all my seedlings. I'm going to keep them in the greenhouse over on the far side here, you know, kind of under a fake light, not natural, you know, to start, and then I'll move them closer and closer to the outside and hopefully get them some natural light. So once again, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the Hagon Jones Homestead channel. We want your support, we love your support. It's much appreciated. Once again, thanks, and I hope you have a fantastic night.